you have the opportunity to buy a side-by-side duplex versus an up-down duplex, you should definitely take that. Comparing a side-by-side duplex to an up-down duplex is like comparing apples to oranges. Think about your markets like Detroit or like Cleveland, Ohio, for example, right? These are markets where if you look at the population trends from like 1970, 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, you're going to see the number of people going down, okay? Totally different ball game when you're looking at something like Tulsa. You're going to see the numbers go up. We're doing free property management in Tulsa, Oklahoma, y'all. That's right. You get this duplex right here. This is a duplex model coming to you in the 74107 zip code. Tulsa, Oklahoma, y'all. This is from my friends over at Rent to Retirement. Comes to you at a price of $380K, and you can get 1 year of free property management, which is nice. That's cool, but that's not like, that shouldn't be the exact reason you buy it. I mean, the reason I would probably buy it is because it's Tulsa, which is a market that sees a net population gain, okay? There's a lot of different types of investors out there, and a lot of people like to focus on like extremely high price to rent ratios, extremely low cost stuff, which is fine, which is well and good. I have a ton of those types of investments in my portfolio, but you have to remember something. When you buy those types of properties, typically that's leading you down the path to go into cities or markets with a net population loss, right? Think about it. Think about your markets like Detroit or like Cleveland, Ohio, for example, right? These are markets where if you look at the population trends from like 1970, 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, you're going to see the number of people going down, okay? Totally different ball game when you're looking at something like Tulsa. You're going to see the numbers go up. As a matter of fact, they've gone up like every single census basically since like 1910, okay? So when you buy properties in markets like that, you need to focus on a little bit more than cash flow. You need to focus on a little bit more than the fact that you're getting free property management for a year, which, don't get me wrong, free property management for a year is awesome, and that's a great incentive that we're able to offer to you guys. But think beyond that. Look at, your investment, right? We got all these like metrics and numbers that are important for you to look at, right? Like look at this right here. You see this on the screen? You see your investment like 30 years out, right? Great. Don't look at just year 1. Look at year 5 projections of your investment. Look at year 10 on your investment, right? You're buying something like this for the long haul because, 10, 20, 30 years out, your rent going to be higher. The value of your property going to be higher. Can I guarantee that? No. But I have like 100 years of data in population trends to make a guesstimate, a pretty damn educated guesstimate, okay? When there's more people moving to the area, getting jobs in the area, the real estate, it goes up, y'all, okay? It goes up, right? And another thing too, specific to this particular property, this particular model, that I really like here is this is a side-by-side duplex, okay? When you have the opportunity to buy a side-by-side duplex versus an up-down duplex, you should definitely take that. Comparing a side-by-side duplex to an up-down duplex is like comparing apples to oranges, okay? When you have an up-down duplex, what that is an apartment type property that feels like an apartment, right? It's kind of like it gets tenants that live in apartment buildings and then they see a duplex and it makes them kind of feel like they're able to get a house. So they kind of have the expectation, I'm leaving the apartment, it's going to be more like a house, but it's not. It's exactly like an apartment. You got somebody running around above you, below you, you're arguing about noise, et cetera, right? So you get a tenant who no longer wants to live in an apartment, but they can't afford a single-family house, so they settle on like an up-down duplex, and sometimes that creates drama, additional problems. Now, your property manager will handle all those for you, but obviously some of those issues, like the tenant getting mad and moving out, right, it's going to eventually hurt your bottom line, okay? When you have a side-by-side duplex like this one here, that really alleviates all that because you're really getting that tenant to get that feel of a single family home for a little bit less price, right? So that's another reason I love it. I love Tulsa for the long haul. Again, don't focus on your year 1, 2, 3 cash on cash returns. Focus on growth, appreciation, growing your net worth. Buying this property, y'all, today, not going to lead you to being able to walk into your boss's office and tell him to fuck off tomorrow, okay? That's not why you would buy something like this, right? You're going to buy something like this so you build a bigger net worth, right? So you take your funds for retirement and you get to put them into something real, something tangible, something you can control. They're not just sitting out in some index fund or some, freaking Wall Street yahoos are out there controlling your money, or like, you're not investing it in something like Tesla where, you got Elon Musk. He goes on Rogan, which Rogan's sweet. That's a great show, y'all. But, Elon goes on there. He smokes a little bit of weed. What happens to the stock? It freaking goes down the tubes, right? That's out of your control. You have no control whether Elon is going to fucking light it up with Joe Rogan, do you? No, you don't. You don't know when that's going to happen. You don't know, what I'm saying? It's out of your control, right? Bet on yourself. Bet on something that you could physically touch, you could physically control, you could physically handle, okay? That's why I put my money in real estate, and I don't mess with a lot of that other stuff, and I definitely don't mess with Bitcoin or none of that jazz, right? So for me, makes a lot of sense. If it makes sense for you guys, reach out to my friends at Rent to Retirement. They can answer any additional questions, go over your property management questions and concerns, talk to you about the pricing of property management after year 1, because again, awesome incentive, giving it to you for free for year 1. But I think if you focus on just that, you're missing out on the bigger picture here. This is for investors who want to focus on the bigger picture over decades of building a decades-long portfolio, right? So reach out to them. They will discuss everything with you, field your offers, and get you set up in Tulsa.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Holton Wise TV for more financial information, education, and entertainment.